Hey, Shalom, 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 everyone. My name is Zachariah Yahouda. I'm coming back with another lesson. Prophesying the downfall of this wicked ass goddamn it kingdom. Just coming back with another walk and talk lesson. Getting it in for the Lord. I'm ready to go down to my spot down here and sling this sword for the Lord. Okay? Man, these devils want to manage everything. Then they set these goddamn this shit up on the phone to trick you into hitting something, then you done deleted all your goddamn stuff. Man, these some crafty devils, man. Man. But that's all right though, the Lord gonna round their ass up, man, and their ass gonna be they gonna work they gonna do the they motherfucking captivity gonna be worse than ours. Shit. All these goddamn heathens. All right? Hey, man, let's go and start the lesson, man. Shit, I messed around and I was so fucking upset yesterday. Man, I just deleted all my videos. Cause listen, you know, it's taking forever to, man, this nigga here, you taking this time walking. You know, it's you know, man, I forgot what I was finna say, man. Hold on here. Yeah, man, they want to try to control every motherfucking thing, man. Manage this, manage that. Man, fuck all that shit. Goddamn, what we need all this motherfucker? Y'all the one doing all this goddamn wickedness. Then talking about, man, we need security this, security that. And they the one goddamn it doing it. Talking about we need security. Man, fuck that security shit. The Lord gonna, how about that? Y'all gonna need security from the Lord, cause the Lord gonna come and take you double down, man. How about that? Fucking devils. I wonder why they need all this goddamn security, all the dirt they done did, man, all the wickedness, man, all the spoiling and shit. Look at these devils, man. Look at them. Devils. Man, I can't wait, man. I'm just gonna be patient, man. Wait on the Lord, give us some power, man. Fucking demon. Y'all hold on here. I'm gonna find some scriptures, man. I want to go back into what I was talking about the other day, man. I might have to start back at part 1. Okay, let me see where we're going. Come with one fiery lesson, man. Ain't dude gonna take his motherfucking time. He wanted to stop and hear what I had to say. Hey, these people crazy as hell, man. So man, you got these people, they crashing out because they been in these schools and they done got indoctrinated. They indoctrinated and shit. You see? These motherfuckers done went for the bait, now they crashing out. Okay, they find out that things ain't what they thought it was. So let's go into this thing. It's 11:30. Missed that bug. I'm gonna wait on this. I'll just sit here and just wait on that C line. Hope I don't step in no shit, man. Motherfucker, everywhere Jake sit at, man, they make a mess, man. They fuck it. Yeah, sit down. It's bullshit. Man, they motherfucking ass make a mess here where they go. Shit. Man. But anyway. Hold on here. Hold on here, y'all. Yeah, good. Yeah, so let's get it in. I'm gonna put it right here. So, this says school financial advisors, financial and advisors don't talk about it. The media ignores it completely, but this pattern has predicted every major economic collapse for the last 200 years with terrifying accuracy. It predicted the crash of 1873. It predicted 1929. It predicted 2008. And right now, the same pattern is pointing directly to 2026. See? What's going on? Ain't that Niecy? That looks just like Niecy. Ain't that your name, Niecy? That is Niecy ass. What's going on, my brother? How you doing there? Sure. All right. Yeah, we gonna jump on this one here. What's up, little brother? How you doing there? All right. Sit right here. I better hold on to this fucker. It's gonna be fall. Ah, shit. But anyway, hey, I want to sit down. I would sit right there, but the incense might get on. You might get to smell that incense. But anyway, man, he predicted every collapse. Now we in this last one, man. This is gonna be terrible than all the rest. Hold on. Excuse me, little brother. Let me go. There we go. Yeah, man. Hey, I got to find me another internet spot, man. They goddamn YouTube, them damn small houses, them goddamn it, bought to plate the thing out, man. And I got about 100 videos I can't even upload because they done took over. You said something that they don't like, man, they gonna silence your head. They gonna try to stop you from your shit from being uploaded. Y'all made videos in the past, man, 2 or 3 hours long, man. It didn't take nothing but about 6 hours tops. That motherfucker be ready. Now, man, it's taking 3, 4 days, 5 days, and then they said you said something toward them that they don't like, then they abort the video, man. That's some bullshit, man. These devils trying to stop this word from going out. That should let these people know that we telling the truth. You see? Let's go. Let's get it. All right, let's go right here. So it said, hold on. It said it predicted 2008, and right now, the same pattern is pointing directly at 2026, not 2027, not sometime in the future. 2026. It said the mathematics, man, it was something. Oh yeah, like that. So it said not sometime in 2026, but mathematics are precise. The historical evidence is undeniable. And if you understand what's really happening, you can see the crash coming months before everyone else panics. This isn't about conspiracy theories or fear-mongering. This is about cycles, economic cycles that repeat with regularity of seasons. Just as winter follows autumn and spring follows winter, economic collapse follows economic boom with mathematical certainty. It said the cycle we're going to examine today was discovered by a Russian economist named Nikolai Kondratiev. In 1920, he studied economic data going back to the 1700s and found something remarkable, a long wave pattern that repeats every 40 to 60 years. It says for a long wave pattern that repeat every 40 to 60 years for distinct phases, spring, summer, autumn, return, growth, prosperity, stagnation, collapse. And we are getting into the winter phase right now, the phase that always without exception ends in financial crisis. Country didn't just theorize about this. He documented it with decades of price data, interest rate, productions, statistics, and commodity prices. He showed that these long waves were not random fluctuations, but predictable patterns driven by technological innovation, debt accumulation, and destruction of old economic structure to make way for a new one. Hey, this is what let's start right there. Let's go to got a precept. Man, that motherfucker. Hold on. Hey.
Attention, please. This bus is being held here.
Yeah, so yeah, you know, all right. Hey, little brother, I hope, you know, when I get on the bus, I hope I didn't get you on camera, but it's in a good way, man. You know, I'm prophesying, you know, so, hey, the Lord got you on here, man. That means the Lord works with you. You're going to put something in your head. Now you gonna dream a dream. Because I got to get with old school. I got to find out where you at. Hey, when you be sitting out there prophesying, come over, join me, man. All right, Bobo. But anyway, oh yeah, I got a precept, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. Matter of fact, we're coming right out of the gate with it. Let's get that Ecclesiastes. The first chapter 1. I read something that what gave me the precept. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 1. Man, hey, old man, what's going on, man? Hey, when you gonna call me, man? I've been waiting on your call.
Well, we gotta get together, man, to eat.
Huh?
We gotta eat, not shut up.
Hey, you got to call me. Call me. You got my number? You down there with what's the name down down there? And what I said. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. Let's get it. Let me see. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. It says here, let's start here at 8. It said, all things is full of labor, man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. So, right here it's saying everything is wearisome, see? Beyond description. See, this is beyond description. It's wearisome because, hey, this thing's gonna happen again. So, no matter how much we see, it's gonna happen again. We are never. It says everything is wisdom beyond description. No matter how much we see, we are never satisfied. Never matter. It said no matter how much we hear, we are not content. Okay. You know, we don't took on these ways of these heathen, man. That's all we want more and more and more. You know, hey, you know, the men of the Lord ain't like that, man. Like me, for instance, man, I'm content with what I got. You know, as long as I got a roof over my head, the Lord and swept with the Lord give it and the Lord take it, man. I'm happy, man. You know, it seems like all them rich ass niggas, all these rich ass people, they ain't happy, man. I'm happy as hell, man. You see? Verse 9, it said, the things that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no thing under the sun. That's right. So, hey, everything happened in the past gonna happened again, man. So we had that collapse in 2008. So we, hey, take care, little brother. All right.
Ramp 8,
Okay.
7th Street.
Hey, go on YouTube, Zachariah, Zachariah, Judah. I'm on YouTube. And you can watch all the videos. I'm gonna try to process this one, all the old ones, but matter of fact, put my number in your phone, call me, I'll put you on and add you onto the group. And then that way you can get fed. 612-824, 612-407-8234. And then call me, I'll lock you in. And then from that point on, you're gonna be getting breakdowns, and then you're gonna be getting some of the brothers, the elder brothers from Chicago, California, brothers about your age, man, they getting it in. They gonna fight for the Lord. And they gonna inspire you and be like, damn, I gotta get like these, brother. Hey, take care, little brother. All right, let's go. You stop at that next one up there. So yeah, man, hey, so this is what's going on now. All right, let's see here. We stopped at, it said, the historical evidence is undeniable, and if you understand what's really happening, you can see that the crash was coming months before everyone else panicked. This isn't about conspiracy theories or fear-mongering. This is about cycles, economic cycles that repeat with the regular narrative of a season. See? It said this isn't a conspiracy theory or fear-mongering. This is about cycles, economic cycles that repeat with regular larity of season, just as winter follows autumn and the spring follows winter, economic collapse follows cycles we're going up. Go ahead, brother. Hold on, brother, I'm getting off too. Yeah, so hey, we in that season now, man. That collapse is imminent. Hey, take care, brother. Hey, call me, man. What you waiting on, boy? Hey, man, you missing out on some beautiful breakdowns. I've been sending. I don't do just. I be sending other brothers videos out there. Elder Apostle, Gabar and Tarhart, and them, man. You can learn a lot. Just got to call me, man, and I can add you on. Then you're gonna be getting fed. Like I got a lot of your brothers, man. That man, they be getting like this here. There's some stuff they didn't even know. They said, man, call me. All right. Hey, how y'all brothers doing? All right, I'm gonna go down and slang this sword, get it in for the Lord. Y'all come down and hear the word of the Lord, man. I'm gonna be right on Washington, over there by Whole Foods. And if it's too windy on this side of where Marquette at in Washington, I'm gonna go right there by Whole Foods.
Okay.
Yeah, that way I can block that wind out. It seems like right now it's shady right here. Like when I get over there and say a couple of precepts, maybe on fire the Lord, make that sun shine, it let me know the angel right there. Hey, y'all take care, brother.
You too, sir.
All right, bye-bye. All right. So yeah, man. Hey, this is the scene we in right now. Okay. So they predicted this. Well, we already know it's gonna be this collapse here gonna be worse than the other one. Worse than the one in 2008. Okay. I'm gonna set it up like this so nobody won't. Yeah, like that there. Okay. So yeah, this gonna be worse than 2008 collapse. Okay. Hold on, y'all, bear with me. All right, let's go. So let's go back here. It says, let's start here because I lost my marking. It said this isn't about conspiracy theories or fear mongering. This is about a cycle economic collapse. Let me see. This isn't about conspiracy theories or fear mongering. This is about cycles, economic cycles that repeat with the regularity of season, just as winter follows autumn and spring follows winter. Economic collapse follows economic boom with mathematical certainty. Okay, the cycle we're going. The cycle we're going in. It said the cycles. It said the cycles. Damn. Hold on. I lost my footing. Hold on here. It said economic boom with mathematical certainty. The cycle we're going to examine today was discovered by a Russian economist named Nikolai Kontrayev in the 1920s. He studied economic data going back to the 1700s, found something remarkable: a long wave pattern that repeats every 40 to 60 years for distinct phases: spring, summer, autumn, winter, growth, prosperity, stagnation, collapse. And we are getting into the winter phase right now. The phase that always, without exception, ends in financial crisis. Okay, country didn't just theorize about this. He documented. Let's see here. Where did I stop there? Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. He documented what's going on. Let me see here where it is. Let's see where I stopped at. Oh, Kontrayev didn't just theorize about this. He documented it with decades of price data, interest rate, production statistics, and commodity prices. He showed that these long waves were not random fluctuation, but predictable patterns driven by technological innovation, data accumulation, and destruction of old economic structures to make way for a new one. His work was so accurate and so threatening to the Soviet narrative of permanent communist prosperity that Stalin had him arrested in 1930. He died in a labor camp in 1938, but his cycle lived on, and it's being proven right again and again. Let me show you how this works. Kondrativ waves begin with spring. This is the recovery phase after the major crisis. Infrastructure is rebuilt. New technologies emerge. From the ashes to the old economy, debt levels are low because previous crisis. Okay? Destroyed. It said crisis destroyed most of the bad debt. Interest rates are low. Prices are stable. Optimism is cautious but growing. This is what happened after World War II. The 1950s were a spring phase. America rebuilt, suburbs expanded. It said the interstate highway system was constructed. Television became mainstream. It said the economy was growing, but inflation remained modest. It said then comes summer. The boom. It said the boom years. The technologies introduced during the spring mature and spread throughout the economy. Employment is high, wages rise, inflation starts to pick up as demand outspace supply. It said okay, what's going on, buddy? Let's go over here this way. It said the economy growing, but inflation remains modest. Matter of fact, let's go back here. I lost my footing again. I'm walking and trying to read. And I got to watch my back, make sure, you got a lot of idiots out here. So let's just start here. It said this is what happened after World War II. It said the 1950s was a spring phase. America rebuilt, suburbs expanded. Interstate highway system was constructed. Television became mainstream. The economy was growing, but inflation remained modest. Then comes summer, the boom years. The technologies introduced during the spring mature and spread throughout the economy. Unemployment is high, wages rises, inflation starts to pick up as demand outspaces supply. Everyone feels wealthy. The stock market climbed steadily. This was the 1960s. The space race, the golden age of America, manufacturing, unemployment, rising wages, and growing confidence that prosperity was permanent. But beneath the surface, problems are developing. See? Debt, there go that word debt. The debt levels are rising, inflation is accelerating. The seeds of the next phase are being planted. It said animal rise next. This is the plateau phase. It said the peak has been reached, but nobody wants to admit it. It said growth slows, inflation becomes a serious problem. Okay, central banks, it says central banks start raising interest rate to fight inflation, which slows the economy further. Assets, prices become detached from underlying values. People chase speculations instead of productive investment. Debt continues to accumulate because everyone believes the boom will return. This was the 1970s and early 80s, okay? And then it says stagnation, high inflation combined with slow growth, oil shocks, rising unemployment. Okay. Stop right there. Y'all bear with me. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Let's go. Let's get it. So what was we? Yeah. So. All right. Okay. So yeah, man. All right. What was we? Let me see here. Hold on here, y'all. Oh, okay. All right, so we stopped at come on, man. Man, I lost my footing. Hold on here, y'all. So we stopped at okay, this was the 1970s. Okay, this was the 1970s and the 80s. Stagflation and high inflation combined with slow growth, oil shocks, rising unemployment. The economy felt like it was a stuck. The economy felt like it was stuck, and it was stuck in the Adams phase, heading towards winter. Okay, winter is the crisis phase. It said the accumulated debt becomes unpayable. See, and that's where we at right now. Assets level pop, bank fail, unemployment spike, deflation, or a severe recession takes hold. The people, it said this is the Great Reset, where all excess of previous phases are purged from the system. Businesses that survive on cheap credit feel bankrupt. Stand down here. It said businesses that survive on cheap credit feel bankrupt over leverage. Investors lose everything. Only those who are prepared for the winter survive to see the next spring. Okay. Hold on, y'all, bear with me. Okay, we finna get some scriptures. We're gonna get some scriptures. And cause like I said, I think I deleted the video that I was doing. So I'm finna start over. And I'm making videos now. I'm trying to figure out how to go on that X. Get set up on there, on X and Rumble. I don't think they've been tainted yet. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. I'll find it. Hold on here. Let me see here. Where we at? Oh shit. Damn. Oh, right here. What the fuck? All right, shalom, everyone. My name is Zachariah Yahweh. I'm coming back with another lesson prophesying the downfall of Babylon, aka America, home where all the gross abomination occur. It's coming back with another lesson, getting it in for the Lord, So before we start, let's turn to face the east and send out a shout to the Lord. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call loyal Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham. Second foremost, I'd like to give a double shout, double honor to all the elder apostles and bishops. Double shout, double honor to you all. May Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai be with you all. Third, I would like to say shalom to all the like-minded men on down to myself that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity, and calling on the Lord in truth and sincerity, and calling on His name, and the Son, Father and Son name, which everybody ignorant call Jesus Christ, which they are in grave error. And to the sisters that's learning, remaining silent and trying to come back to the power and truth and sincerity, I say shalom to you all as well. Okay, let's get it. Still can. All right, let's go. So yeah.
Literally the average age of the fellows of this club.
Okay, let's get it.
7 years. But is it because, like,
It said, we're going to start in Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 8. It said, all things are full of labor. Man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. So, Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 8 is saying everything is wearisome beyond description. No matter how much we see, we are never satisfied. No matter how much we hear, we are not content. Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 11, and it reads, then I looked on all the works that my hands had wrought, and on the labor that I had labored to do, and behold, all was vanity. Say what? All was vanity and vexation of spirit. There it said, and there was no profit under the sun. See? So hey, so this indicating, telling me that hey man, we in hell right here. We in captivity. Okay? It said, Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 26. It said, for Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh shall give it to a man that is good in his sight, wisdom and knowledge and joy, but to the sinner he giveth travail. See? So, hey, to all these sinners, they can reap travail. It said to gather and to heap up, that he may give to him that is good before God, before Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. This also is vanity and vexation of spirit. Okay? Matthew chapter 11, verse 38. And it reads, come unto me, say what? Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. See, hey, the Lord telling his people to come to him. You know, talking about the Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans along with these specklebirds. But they ain't hearing it. They too busy in this world. They worldly Israelites. Okay? They don't want rest. The right rest that they, that they desire, but they will never achieve it because they too heavily involved, invested in this world. Okay? It said, Romans chapter 8, verse 22, it said, for we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain. Say what? In pain together until now. See? Romans chapter 8, verse 23. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. See, hey, we waiting to get that new body, man. Told you about that. Look at her, she ain't gonna learn. Hey, but anyway, so let's get that man cannot utter it. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 1, and it reads, it said, so I return and consider all the oppression that are done under the sun. It said, and behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter. And on one side, it said, on the side of the oppressor, there was power, but they had no comforter. See? Verse 3, it said, wherefore I praise the dead, which are already dead, more than the living which are yet alive. Verse 4, it said, again, I consider all travail, every right work. Say what? Every right work. That for this a man is envy of his neighbor. This is also vanity and vexation of spirit. See? Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 24 through 26. It said, that which is far off and exceeding deep, who can find it out? Verse 25, I apply my heart, say what? I apply my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things, and to know the wickedness of folly, even the foolishness and madness. Verse 26, it said, and I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snared and nets, and her hand as bands. Whoso pleaseth power shall escape from her. See, talking about these wicked ass women, adulterous women. It said, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh shall escape from her. It said, whoso pleaseth Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh shall escape from her. See, but the sinner shall be taken by her. See, so hey, hey man, we ain't gonna be taken by these harlots. You know, they out here they been fucking every Tom, Dick, and Harry, and they got all these different personalities on them, man. That's that different DNA. They got about 1,000 men DNA in their ass. Their body count is very high. That's why they ass be snapping, all crazy them up, but they don't know they don't ride too many car carousels. That's why they had Fruit Loops right now, crazy them up. You see? Man, I'm so grateful the Lord brought me into this truth, man. Because I was once snared like that with these goddamn wicked ass women. I couldn't understand why these women was acting all crazy and shit. Had multiple personalities. That's because they got different men DNA in their head, man. Okay? So the eye is not satisfied. Let's get that. So there is one alone, and there is not a second. Yea, he have neither a child nor a brother. Yet is there no end of all his labor? Neither is his eye satisfied with riches. See, so these billionaires, these techs, you know, they power hungry. Okay, they just can't, they not satisfied until they got everybody under their clutch. They want to be God. So they ain't gonna learn the hard way. They gonna meet the real God, and he gonna knock their ass down, back to the dirt, to the dust. Okay? What the Lord said, come, O Lucifer, sit in the dust. In the bottom side, I'm roughly paraphrasing, into the pit. That means they ain't gonna goddamn it for 1,000 years. Hardcore labor. And then when they try to kill themselves, we're gonna bring them back. We're gonna rejuvenate their ass and they gonna work that 1,000 years. They ain't gonna escape this judgment, man. And they gonna work 1,000 hardcore years. Hey, we gonna have power to bring back. When they head down, think they done escape, we gonna bring them right back up, bring their ass back up, and get back to work, boy. Hey, just like they did us. But see, they didn't have power to, see, we gonna have that power to give life and take of life. We're gonna have, the Lord gonna give us power. This is the type of power we're gonna be dealing with. Okay? Yeah. And this is what they afraid of, man. That's why they trying to keep us from coming out here sabotaging the videos and shit, shadow banning. Man, these devils, they can't sleep at night, man. They scared as hell, all the wicked shit they done did. I wouldn't be able to sleep either. I done spoiled all these nations. Done separated kids from their family. Then talking about, we claim they the victim. Man, these devils is wicked as fuck. They the one causing all the problem. Now everybody find out who they are. Who's the problem. Okay? Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verses 8. It said, there is one alone, and there is not a second. Yea, he have neither child nor brother, yet is there no end of all his labor, neither is his eyes satisfied with riches. See? Neither saith he, for whom do I labor, and bereave my soul of good. This is also vanity, yea, it is a sore travail, see? Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verses 10. He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity, see? Verse 11. When good increases, they are increased that eat them, and what good is there to the owners thereof, saving the beholding of them with their eyes. Psalms chapter 63, verses 5. My soul shall be satisfied as with marrow and fatness, and my mouth shall praise thee with joyful lips. See? Hey, starting with the elder apostles and bishops and like-minded men on down myself. That's what we doing. Okay? Proverbs chapter 27, verse 20. And it reads, hell and destruction. Say what? Hell and destruction. Say hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of man are never satisfied. See? Proverbs chapter 30, verse 15. And it reads, the horse leech have two daughters crying, give, give. There are three things that are never satisfied. Yea, four things say not, it is enough. See? Proverbs chapter 30, verse 16. The grave and the barren womb, the earth is not filled with water, and the fire that saith not, it is enough. Matthew chapter 5, verse 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness. See, hey, that's talking about us, man. So I was the elder apostles and bishops and like-minded men on down myself. We the only ones coming out here crying out. You know? Okay? Revelation chapter 7, verse 16 and 17. It said, they shall hunger no more, neither thirst anymore, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. verse 17, it said, for the Lamb, say what? For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them and shall lead them unto living fountains of water, see? And Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes. See, that's what we waiting on, boy. You see? Yeah, that's what we waiting on. Okay? Let's see here. Let me see if I'm still filming. These devils, they be cutting my film up, cutting it off and shit. All right, let's keep going. Let me see here. Now let's go back to the article. Damn, man. They must have been spraying that goddamn air, man. Shit, my throat. All right. Okay, let's keep going. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, where we stopped at? So this was the early 1930s, the Great Depression. Thousands of banks failed. Unemployment hit 25%. The stock market fell 89%. It took 25 years for the stocks to recover to 1929 levels. That's the country winter. This cycle doesn't stop there. It says after winter comes a new spring. The 1950s and the 60s, as we mentioned, then summer again in the 70s, autumn in the 80s and the 90s, and winter arrived in 2008 with the financial crisis. But here's the critical point. The 2008 crisis should have been worse, but much worse. It should have been a full country winter that cleansed the system completely. Instead, government and central banks intervened with unprecedented force. They bailed out banks. They dropped interest rates to zero. They printed trillions of dollars. They printed natural winter from, they prevented the natural winter from running its course. What they actually did was delay winter, not cancel it, delay it, and that means the winter that was supposed to fully unfold in 2008 through 2010 is still coming. It's being postponed for 15 years through artificial monetary policies and debt expansion. But you cannot postpone winter forever. Eventually, the accumulated imbalances become so large that no amount of intervention can prevent the correction. This point, it said this point is approaching now. 2026 sits at the intersection of multiple cycles, all pointing towards the same conclusion. The delayed country of winter is finally arriving. Let's look at specific evidence. The original country of wave had an average length of about 50 to 60 years from peak to peak. The last major peak, the point where Adam transitioned to winter, occurred in the later 1960s and the early 1970s. It said add 50 to 60 years to that, and what do you get? 2020 to 2030. Wow. We're in the winter right now. Okay, let's hold right there. Let's go into the scripture. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verses 9 and 10. Again, it said, the things that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It has been already of old time, which was before us. So economic cycles are not random. They repeat because human nature and greed are constant. Just as Solomon observes, there is nothing new under the sun. History repeats, including the boom bust cycles we're seeing. See? This warns modern investors and nations ignoring historical patterns, inviting repeating past mistakes. See? Let's get Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 3. The inevitability of collapse after excess. It said, for the vision, say what? For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. See? So like I always said, these prophecy is popping like popcorn right now. Hey, the Lord is doing a marvelous work right now. Okay? There we go. All right. All right, let's keep going. Still filming. There we go. All right, what was it? All right. So, it said the country of winter phases is like a vision Habakkuk speaks of, delayed but inedible. Even if governments and central banks postpone collapse, the mathematical limits of debt and access ensure its arrival. See, patience is required to watch for the signs, but the outcome is certainty. Collapse comes in due season. See. So the rise and fall of prosperity. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 22, verse 7. Matter of fact, hold on here. Proverbs chapter 22. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 7. And it reads, it says, the rich, say what? The rich ruler over the poor. It said the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is the servant to the lender. See? So spring and summer phases of economic growth build prosperity, but also set the stage for abundance under debt. See? As debt accumulates, nations, businesses, and individuals are enslaved to interest, just as the cycle predicts. This verse is prophetic for modern economies, high leverage in boom times, sows the seed for winter. See? 4. It said the collapse, purge, excess, wickedness. See? It said purges, excess, and wickedness. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19, it reads, it said, they shall cast their silver in the street, and their gold shall be removed. It said, their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahushua. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. See? What does it mean? Just as winter phases wipe out bad debt and speculative access, this verse illustrates that wealth cannot save the unwise. Say what? Wealth cannot save the unwise when judgment arrives. See? It said financial and moral reckoning are linked. Reliance on material wealth without preparation leads to ruin. See? So these devils gonna be ruined, man. It says modern parallel corporations over-leverage banks, undercapitalized governments, printing money, and none will save themselves when the systemic collapse comes. Okay? Opportunity and after destruction. Shit, ain't gonna be no more. This is the last hurrah for these devils. The hell you talking about? It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over, Jack. Hey, this thing is over, Joe. You see? It's over. Okay? Isaiah chapter 63 verses 1 to a point. So this is going to be the opportunity after the destruction. Let's get it. Isaiah chapter 61 verse 3. To a point unto them that mourn in Zion. Talking about you Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans, along with you speckled birds. To give unto them beauty. See? Say what? Beauty for ashes. See, they gonna reap the ashes. The oil of joy. Say what? The oil of joy for mourning. The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called the trees of righteousness. Say what? The trees of righteousness. Say what? The trees of righteousness. The planting of Yahweh our Lord, that he might be glorified. See? Hey, that's what we waiting on. So, winter destroys, but it also clears the way for new growth, a new spring of opportunity for those prepared. See, we prepare, we constantly preparing by coming out here prophesying, slinging the sword for the Lord, making our call and election to show watching these devils bug out, frown. Hey, we having joy, baby. Okay? Just as conjugative cycle ends in cleansing, this verse reminds the faithful that preparation and endurance transform loss to gain, into gain. It said the trees of righteousness, say what? The trees of righteousness. The trees of righteousness are those who survive the collapse financially, spiritually, and ready, able to acquire assets at bargain prices and rebuild. No, that ain't gonna happen right there, buddy. We want it all. We want it all, which is gonna be given to us. They gonna cough it up. They gonna cough it up. They gonna cough it up. Shalom, my brother. Hey, they gonna cough it up, Joe. Bless the Lord. All right. That's part one. It's more to come, y'all. I'm out here. Yeah, they gonna cough it up, Joe. Yeah, they gonna cough it up.
Every 30 days I text him and say,
they gonna cough it up. The Lord gonna kill their ass off, and then their wives gonna be single. They gonna be our concubine. That's what they want. They tired of this red dragon, man. They tired of it. Let's keep going. The Great Depression, 2008 bailout, and delayed winter. Okay, let's get it. Warning against postponing judgment. See, they trying to postpone judgment. Hey, they can't postpone because this is the Lord's thing. This is the Lord's doing. The Lord is doing a marvelous work right about now. Okay, Let's get it. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because the sentence against the evil work, say what? Sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, see? Therefore, the heart of men, it said the heart of the Son of Man is fully set in themselves to do evil, see? What does that mean? Just as the central banks delayed the natural economic winter in 2008, postponing consequences, only emboldened reckless behavior. Okay? They can't see that the Lord is blinded them, man. They constantly making more mistakes after mistake, and they think they doing right, like Trump. Man, he can't get in his contorted mind, distorted mind, that tariff is a tax. That fucking gone, boy. He worse than Joe Biden. Okay? And keep going. It said, just as the central bank delayed the natural economic winter in 2008, postponing consequences only emboldens reckless behavior. Societies and individuals take advantage of leniency, increasing systemic risk. History shows that delaying correction creates a more catastrophic collapse later, see? Exactly what the delayed 2008 winter illustrates, see? So this, we're going to number 7.7. Humility, inability to escape death cycles. Okay? Let's get Proverbs chapter 22, verses 26 through 27. Be not thou one, say what? Be not thou one of them that strike hands, or of them that are sureties for death. If thou hast nothing to pay, if thou hast nothing to pay, why should he take away thy bed from under thee? So this is saying massive bailouts and zero interest policy mask the dangers of debt, but not remove them, see? Nation, corporations, and individuals are leveraged thinking intervention will protect them. Eventually, the debt accumulation cannot be serviced, fulfilling the prophetic warning of financial servitude, see? So that's why they finna ready to go to that, this digital. They trying to force, hey, that's why all the people around the earth protesting, man, they country. Which that shit gonna come here, man. You gonna have civil unrest. Cause a lot of people ain't gonna sign on to this bullshit. They see what's going on. Only our people can't see what's going on. These groups, ICIU and IUSPK talking about it's a white woman, talking about the chip is a white woman, or what that other one they said was, I forgot. It'll come back to me, but let's keep going. It said, hey, you know, Elder Apostle Tahar said, hey, they done took the bag. Hey, these groups done took them bags, man. Okay? Like I said, I remember when old boy pulled up on me, man, had that piece of box, man, you hungry? You want to eat? You hungry? You want to eat? You know, I said, man, get the fuck out of here. I don't want that. I don't want nothing you got. What's going on, my brother? How you doing there? All right. I said, I told that Edomite, I said, man, I don't want nothing you got, Joe. You can get the fuck out of here. I can't be bought or sold. I can't be compromised. That fucker looked at me, kept moving, boy. Okay, they keep going. It said, behold, yea, among the heathen, say what? Yea, among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvelously For I will say what? For I will say what? For I will work a work in your days, which they will not believe, though it be told you. See? So the economic winter though delayed, will arrive. No amount of money printing or intervention can stop the natural cycle. See? People will be shocked thinking the crash is unexpected, yet warning signs were visible for years. See? This mirror Habakkuk prophecies. The work of judgment occurred in a way people fail to anticipate, despite evidence. See? The danger of false security. That's that cognitive denialism right there, boy. Hey, what? Hey, I'm just having some fun with it today, y'all. Let's have some fun with it, man. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakata. Hey, that's the Lord, man. Got that spirit of marking these people, man. Okay? Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 11, and it reads, as the partridge sitteth on eggs and hatcheth them not, so he that getteth riches and not right, it said, and not by right, shall lead them in the midst of his days. And at his end shall be a fool. Wow. So all these devils, what's his name? What's that fucking name? Adelson, Peter Thiel, all these billionaires, hey, they just gonna leave it in the midst. The Lord gonna take it away. It's gonna be given to us. Everything that they storing up now gonna be given to us. Everything that they trying to hide is gonna be given to us. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakata. And that's why I read, hey, everything they doing is paid. Okay? That's right. That's right. Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's get some more. Let me get a couple more, then we're going to take a coffee break. So bailouts create false sense of security, inflating everything bubbles. Wealth acquired through artificially prop markets or cheap credit is unstable. See? Are we not seeing this right now? When the system corrects, those who are relied on these interventions will lose everything. See? Let's go here to preparation before collapse is essential. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 31. The horse is prepared against the day of battle. That horse represents power. It said the horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of Yahweh Shai. See? So while the ultimate outcome is in Yahweh Shai's hands, preparation matters. Investors, nations, and individuals who anticipate the collapse and act prudently can survive and even thrive in the aftermath. See, they're talking about the hopefully elect. Ain't nobody else going, hey, if you ain't calling on Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and you calling on fake white man Jesus, man, your ass gonna be destroyed. That ain't preparing. You got to call on the name Lord in truth and sincerity. So if you call on Jesus Christ, that's false. That ain't no fucking truth. Okay? It said, while the ultimate outcome is in Yahushua, see? Not in no fucking Jesus Christ. In no Jesus Christ hand. I was down there over yesterday telling the dude, I said, hey man, I said, man, Lord's name is not Jesus Christ. No, it's Jesus. I said, no, it's Yahushua. I said, Edomite gave you that name. It was an I, and then they put a hook on it and made it a J. Okay? Man, that dude got irritated. He got up and left. I said, man, the Lord done blinded him, so he gonna be one of the ones gonna get destroyed. Man, they ride this old beautiful car right there, boy. They pulled up on me, boy. What y'all gonna do in that day when the Lord come and visit you? What y'all gonna do then? Y'all think y'all gonna hide in them bunkers? Man, we gonna come and get you. We coming down there and get y'all out of them bunkers. Proverbs, it said a horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of Yahushua. So while the ultimate outcome is in Yahushua's hand, preparation matters, see? Investors, nations, and individuals who anticipate the collapse and act prudently can survive and even thrive in the aftermath. This analogs to building reserve and positioning assets before winter arrives, a biblical principle applied to economics. Okay, let's go here. Now let's do some more reading now. It said, let's look at the specific evidence. The original country of Wade had an average length of about 50 to 60 years from the peak to peak. The last major peak, the point where Adam transitioned to winter, occurred in the late 1960s and early 1970s. Add what we just did there, add 50 to 60 years to that. What you get is 2020 to 2030. We're in the window right now, but there's more precision available. If we look at the sub-cycles within the long wave, the depth super cycle that overlays the country of wave suggests that maximum depth saturation. The point where the system can no longer absorb additional borrowing occurs roughly every 70 to 80 years. The last time this happened was 1930 to the 1940s. During the Depression, add 70 to 80 years, you get 2010 and 2020. Dang, that's accurate. We already passed into the danger zone, but it said, but there's another cycle at play here, a generational cycle. Every 80 to 90 years, roughly the length of a human lifetime, society forget the lesson of previous crises. The people who lived through the Great Depression and understood its causes are gone. The current generation no longer experience a true economic catastrophe. This creates psychological conditions for repeating the same mistake. Okay, the last generational crisis peak was 1929 to 1933. Add 80 to 90 years, you get 2019 to 2023. the timing couldn't be more precise. This cycle don't operate in isolation. They reinforce each other. When multiple cycles align and point towards the same time period, the resulting crisis is exponentially more severe than if only one cycle were turning. Right now we have the country of long wave. What? The country of long wave. The depths super cycle. Wow. And generational cycle all converging. That's what I want to say. All converging on the same 5-year window, 2022 to 2027. It said within that window, the most likely flashpoint based on sub-cycle analysis of current economic indicators is 2026. Now, the beginning of 2026, not the end, but somewhere in the middle, late spring or early summer of 2026, when the system reaches maximum stress. Now, let me show you why 2026. It said, now let me show you. Why 2026, especially, specifically, there are leading indicators within these cycles that help pinpoint time. One of the most reliable is the yield curve inversion. This is when short-term interest rates rise above long-term interest rates, create a inverted curve on a chart, has been preceded by a yield curve inversion. No exception, no false positive. The yield curve inverted in July 2022. It remained inverted for over 2 years, one of the longest inversions in history. It finally uninverted in September 2024. Historically, recession began 6 to 18 months after the curve uninverts. September 2024 plus 6 to 18 months equals March 2025 to March 2026. That's your window. Another leading indicator is corporate credit spread. This measures the difference between what safe borrowers pay for a loan versus what risk borrowers pay. When spreads are narrow, it means investors are not worried about risk. When spread widen dramatically, it signals that investors are fleeing to safety. Spread always widen sharply right before major economic downturn. Right now, spreads are beginning to widen after years of remaining compressed. The widening started in late 2023 and has been accelerated through 2024 based on historical precedent. Spreads began widening 12 to 24 months before the crisis hit. Still, oh yeah, we still going. Uh-oh. Y'all bear with me. How much time we in? Oh, we doing good. It said May 23rd plus 2024 months equal 2025 to 2026. The third indicator is the velocity of money. This measures how quickly money moves through the economy. When people, businesses are confident, they spread money quickly. It changes hands multiple times, creating economic activity. When confidence drops, people hoard cash. Money velocity slows. Before every major recession, money velocity peaks and then starts declining. The current peak occurred in early 2022 and has been declining since then. Historical lag between peaks, money velocity, and recession onset is 24 to 36 months. Okay, let's get some more scriptures. Okay, it said the collapse purges excess wickedness. Ezekiel chapter 7 verse 19 said, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. The silver and the gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahushua. They shall not satisfy their soul, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity. So just as winter phases wipes out bad debt, speculative access, this verse illustrates the wealth cannot save the unwise when judgment arrives. Financial and moral reckoning are linked. Reliance on material wealth without preparation leads to ruin. Modern parallel corporations over leverage links banks it said banks capitalized governments printing money. None will save themselves when the systemic collapse comes. Opportunity and destruction. It said to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give them beauty for ashes and joy for mourning, and garments of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness. The planting, it said the planting of Yahushua, that he might glorify. So winter destroys, but it also clears the way for new growth, a new spring of opportunity for those prepared. Just as country cycle ends in cleansing, This verse reminds the faithful that preparation and endurance transform loss into gain. The trees of righteousness are fulfilled who survive the collapse financially, spiritually, and ready and able. It said able to acquire access at bargain prices and rebuild. So that's not gonna happen, man. This is the end. This is the last hurrah. Okay. Last hurrah. Okay. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11, it said, because the sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of sons of men is fully set in themselves to do evil. So just as central banks, it said, just as central banks delayed a natural economic winter in 2008, postponing consequences are emboldened reckless behavior. Societies and individuals take advantage of leniency, increasing systemic risk. History shows that delaying correction creates a catastrophic collapse later. Exactly what delayed 2008 winter illustrates. 7. It said human inability to escape death cycles. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 26 through 27. Be not thou of them that strike hands, or of them that are sureties for debt. If thou hast nothing to pay, why should he take away thy bed from under thee? So massive bailouts, zero interest policy mask the danger of debt, but do not be removed. It said, do not remove them. Nation, corporation, and individual over leveraged thinking intervention will protect them. Eventually, the debt accumulation cannot be serviced, fulfilling the prophetic warning of financial servitude. Okay, yeah, I done read these already, but we're gonna read them again. Habakkuk chapter 1, verses 5. It says, behold, yea, among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvelously, for I will work a work in your days, which ye will not be believed, though it be told you. So the economic winter, though delayed, will arrive. No amount of money printing or intervention can stop the natural cycle. People will be shocked, thinking the crash is unexpected. Yet, the warning signs were visible for years. This mirror Habakkuk prophecy. The work of judgment occurred in the way people failed to anticipate despite evidence. The danger of false security. It said, Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 11, as the partridge sitteth on eggs and hatcheth them not, so he that getteth riches and not by right shall lead them in the midst of his days, and at his end shall be a fool. So bailouts create false sense of security, inflating everything bubbles. Wealth acquired through artificially prop markets or cheap credit is unstable. When a system corrects, those who relied on these interventions will lose everything. Preparation before collapse is essential. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 31. The horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of Yahushua. Okay? Matter of fact, let's go get that. Let's get the full There's some more to that going on. Proverbs chapter 21:31. It said the horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of Yahweh. See? So, hey, man, safety, we're going to rely on the Lord, man. All right? So while ultimate outcome is in Yahweh's hand, preparation matters. Investors, nations, and individuals who anticipate the collapse and act prudently can survive and even thrive in the aftermath. They're going to be talking about us, the Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. This is analogs to building reserve and positioning assets before winter arrives. A biblical principle applied to economics. Amos chapter 3 verse 11. Let's get that. Amos chapter 3 verse 7, I mean. Amos 3:7. It says, surely Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will do nothing but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. See? So, hey, we can see these things coming because the Lord is revealing them to us, you know? Okay, it said, when multiple economic cycles align, the warning is clear. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's principle underlie natural patterns. Just as prophets receive insight before judgment, the alignment of country of death and generational cycles reveals the inability, that's what I meant to say, of 2026 crisis. Ignoring these signals invites loss and regret. Discernment allows preparation. The certainty of timing. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1 says, matter of fact, let's go here. Oh, matter of fact, we do it right here. Hey, how you doing, bro? All right, all right. I'm prophesying. That's what prophets do. Doing what prophets do. Prophesying. What I say? It says, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verses 1, it said, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. See? Verse 2, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. Verse 3, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. Verse 4, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. So right now we in the time to kill and a time to break down. Okay. So the Lord is bringing judgment, right? He coming with the judgment. All right. So the economic collapse occurs in cycles. See, spring follows winter, anthems precedes winter, sub-cycles like debt, super cycle, and generational cycle reinforce timing, just as seasons follow the appointed order. 3, the underscores that 2026 is not a random prediction. It's not the appointed season for systemic reckoning. Okay? The danger of ignoring signals. See, hey, they ignoring these signals. Okay? But they're gonna learn the hard way. Okay, let's get it. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people, say what? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. So financial markets and governments ignore warning signs like yield, curve, inversion, and widening credit spreads at their peril. Just as lack of knowledge brings spiritual destruction, ignoring financial signals lead to collapse. The warning is clear. Awareness and action are required now before the crisis arrives. So hey, stars, elder apostles, and bishops, and like-minded men on down. Hey man, we preparing with the Lord. And the sisters that came back to the power, we all preparing. How we preparing by studying His Word, dwelling in the Lord's courts. That's how we prepare. Okay. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. This is talking about the principle of sowing and reaping. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived. Say what? Matter of fact, it said, be not deceived. Say what? Be not deceived. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he reap. See? So the accumulation of debt, excessive leverage, and speculative behavior are the seeds sown during spring, summer, and autumn phases. Winter is the harvest, the consequence of action finally manifesting. The principle is universal, applying to nations, corporations, and individuals alike. You cannot escape the natural consequences of past excess. Okay? Let's get Proverbs chapter 27, verse 12. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. See? So the prudence in the face of impending crisis. So those who observe cycles, analyzes data, and take protective measures are like the prudent man who avoids danger. Investors building cash reserve, paying down debt, or diversifying into safe assets are following biblical prudence. But see, we already know that this money ain't backed by gold or silver. There's nothing under it. So it's just like putting your trust and your faith in a broken bag with holes in it. You know, start with elder apostles and bishops and like-minded men on down myself, man. We preparing with the Lord, man. We preparing and putting our faith in the Lord, building up this spiritual treasure. You know, where we can cash in when all hell break loose. Okay, man, we done gave up on this world. We done gave up on this shit. This is some bullshit here. Okay? All of this BS. All right? All right, let me see here. This getting cracky, boy. I need some water. Okay, here. We bring out a few more precepts, then we're gonna say a prayer. We'll go another 10, 15 minutes. Okay, let's go. Finish this thing on out. So, let's read that again. It says, Proverbs chapter 27, verse 12, and it reads, it says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple, to my simple-minded, passes on and are punished. So, those who observe cycles and analyze data and take protective measures, somebody in this word, the hopefully elect, are like a prudent man who avoids danger. We invest in our time and not investors building a cash reserve. No, we building our treasures in heaven with our Lord. Okay, it says investors building cash reserve, paying down debt, and diversifying into safe assets are following biblical principles. Right now, the biblical principle is to give up on this system, man, and trust on this broken reed, and trust in our Lord. Okay, because He's the one doing this here. He's the one tearing this shit down, breaking it down. Okay. It said the unprepared, those who the 2/3 that's out here not paying attention to what's going on, not adhering to the prophet. Those are these right here. The unprepared chasing speculative gains, risk being punished when the 2026 winter hits. See, that's right around the corner. It said, Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6. It said, go to the ant. Say what? Go to the ant, thou sluggard, and consider her ways, and be wise. Say what? And be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provided her meat in the summer, and gathered her food in harvest. Hold on. So velocity of money and recession timing. So the velocity of money is slowing. This is a warning to prepare for the upcoming winter. Like an ant gather for food before scarcity, prudent individuals and nations must prepare financially before crisis peak. Man, how can you prepare, man? We done gave up on this shit because we poor. We ain't got nothing. The only thing how we can prepare the trust in the Lord. You see? Okay, let's keep going. Look at them. People fucked up, man. Look at this shit. Look. Look. Look at that. Two. Two. Lord and gave these dudes over to a reprobate spirit, man. Fucking 2. I'm so grateful to the Lord that He's holding me in His fist, holding me, man, upholding me, man, keeping me strong, keeping me bold, coming out like a lion. That's right. Me and the brothers, starting with the elder apostles and visiting like-minded men on down. Man, see, this is what you get when you're not doing right. And then you trust in a fucked up ass system, man, that don't even give a fuck about you. But our people, they're gonna have to learn the hard way. That's death by pain. But the Lord gonna send their ass through what my man going through all that shit here. All this shit here. Gay in the motherfucker, man. Fuck out of here. So it says, let's read that again. It said, go. It said, go to the ant. Say what? Go to the ant, thou sluggard. So the Lord called these 2/3 of our people sluggards. Consider her ways. Say what? Consider her ways and be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provided her meat in the summer and gathered her food in harvest. So the velocity of money is slowing. This is a warning to prepare for the upcoming winter. Let the ant gather food before scarcities. Prudent individuals and nations must prepare financially before crisis peak. Observing early warning signs allows survival and opportunity, while waiting for the obvious collapse risks total loss. For the obvious collapse risks total loss, see? Hosea chapter 10 verse 13, and it reads, it said, sow to yourself in righteousness and reap in mercy. See?
Yeah.
Hey, start with the elder apostle and the bishop, like-minded men on down myself. Hey, this is what we doing. It says, sow to yourself in righteousness and reap in mercy. Break up your fallow ground, for it is time to seek. Say what? For it is time to seek Yahushua till he come and rain righteousness upon you. Hey, man, dog, hey, ain't trying to seek him. He gonna rain that righteousness on there. Gonna be them ICBM missiles, man. 200 million warheads. And also these scourges that's pursuing Zechariah chapter 13, verses 8 and 9. Okay? And what that other one is, he gonna bring out his wrath, that indignation. Matter of fact, let me find it. There you go, Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 25. Uh-oh. It said, Yahweh has opened his army, see, and have brought forth his weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rekakadash. Okay? For this is the work of Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. So that word Chaldeans is a buzzword for America. Okay? They the modern day Chaldeans, okay? Lamentation chapter 2 verses 6. And he has violently taken away his tabernacle. So the Lord gonna violently take away his tabernacle. As if it were a garden, he have destroyed his place of the assembly. Yahweh has caused the solemn feast and the Sabbath to be forgotten in Zion, and caused the solemn feast of Sabbath to be forgotten in Zion, and have despised in the indignation of his anger and the kings and the priests, see? Ezekiel chapter 21 verse 31, and I will pour out my indignation upon thee, and I will blow against thee in the fire of my wrath, see? And deliver thee into the hand of brutish men and skillful to destroy. So this is what's going to go down. Hey, they set this shit up already. Mass destruction. There's 8.2 billion people on the earth. Only 2.7 billion gonna survive what's about to come. Ezekiel chapter 22 verse 24. Son of man, say what? Son of man, say unto her, thou art the land that is not cleansed, nor rain upon in the day of indignation. See, the Lord gonna rain down on this bitch. Them weapons, man, of indignation. Them ICBM missiles, man, 200 million warheads. Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 31. Therefore I have poured out my indignation upon them. I have consumed them with the fire of my wrath. Their own way have I recompensed upon their heads. So on them international bankers, these elites trying to set up their AI, they going digital. That shit ain't gonna pass. It's gonna all melt. It says, therefore have I poured out my indignation upon them. I have consumed them with fire of my wrath. Their own way have I recompensed upon their heads. Saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Okay? Power. All right? Let's get Nahum chapter 1 verse 6. And it reads, it said, who can stand before Yahweh Bahash? Who can stand before his indignation? Who can abide in his fear, in the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire. See? And the rocks are thrown down by him. See, they're going to be in the rocks hiding and shit. In the clefts of the rocks. These elite going to be trying to hide in the rocks. Hey, you can't run and hide from the Lord, yo. Habakkuk chapter 3 verses 12. Thou did march through the land in indignation. Thou did thresh the heathen in anger. See, the Lord gonna thresh them in his anger. Zephaniah chapter 3 verses 8. Therefore wait yea upon me. So the Lord telling his prophets, starting with the elder apostles and bishops and like-minded men on down myself, telling us to wait on him. It says, therefore, say what? Therefore, wait yea upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the praise. For my determination, see, is together, say what? Is together the nation, hey, that's going on right now, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all, say what? For all, say what? For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. See? Hey, this is what's coming. You see? It's one individual that he want real bad. Let's get it. Malachi chapter 1 verses 4. It said, whereas Edom said, say what? Whereas Edom, Esau Edom said, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and rebuild, and build the desolate places, thus saith Yahweh of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall be called, it said, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh has indignation forever. So how can these people be the people of the Lord? How can these people justify talking about they Christian? Man, the Lord hate these people, man. I just read it. Let's get one more. Let's get Revelation chapter 14 verses 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of power. And when you go into that word, God, it translates to power. Okay? And that power is who they ignorant call Jesus Christ. It said, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of power, which is poured out without mixtures into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire. Say what? With fire. Say what? With fire. Say what? With fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, talking about us, and in the presence of the Lamb. You see? Hey, this is what's coming to the red dragon, these cave beasts, these culture vultures. So Hosea chapter 10, verse 13 again. Sow to yourself in righteousness. So the Lord telling us to sow into ourselves in righteousness, talking about you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. He really wants to come out of her, man, but a lot of our people they gonna have to learn the hard way. You see? Yeah, they're gonna have to learn the hard way. Reap in mercy, break up your fallow ground, for it is a time to seek your house out. Telling you Negroes, Latinos, and you Native Americans, along with you Specklebird, y'all better seek the Lord while he may be found. It says,